everybody, welcome back to the Claremont Classic Garage. It's the last Sunday in October and we're heading down to Ancaster, Ontario to the Rodmasters Fall Swap Meet. It's usually a great show. We're heading down the 404 now, and hopefully in a few minutes, if this fog all lifts, we'll get some nice shots of the Toronto skyline from the Gardiner Expressway. The bottom. Here we are, we're at the bottom of the Don Valley Parkway, just cruising onto the Gardiner Expressway West. The fog here, we're in a little void in the fog here. This sure has changed a lot since I was a kid, man. This used to be all industrial down here, and a lot of it, frankly, was abandoned industrial. It was just kind of a wasteland. There was scrap yards and fallen down buildings. Now you can see here, it's all condos and high end, and I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but that's what it's changed into. In a little while, we'll be passing all the sports venues. Down here, you can see all the rail lines are all down there. They're all running into Union Station. There's a GO train there. Some people working. Oh, we're coming up, I think, to the Scotiabank Arena, formerly known as the Air Canada Centre, where the Leafs and the Raptors play. Look at all these condos. There's Union Station right there. There's the Royal York Hotel, an old landmark. That used to be the tallest building in Toronto. Hard to believe that now. Yeah, so here's Scotiabank Arena right here. Home of the Raptors and your Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow, I can't believe this. The Gardiner, it used to be wide open. There was nothing on either side of it. Now you can go along here and look into people's living rooms. Right here beside us is like Lake Ontario. It's the harbor front is right there, but you can't even see it. There's Rogers Centre, where the Blue Jays play. Originally it was called the Sky Dome. Now it's Rogers Centre. There's a bit of the lake. You can see Toronto Island over there. Wow. I can't believe how Toronto has changed. I used to work down here. When I first started at the TTC, I worked down here, and it looked nothing like this. It was just all rail lands and like industrial wasteland. Wow. Can't believe how it's changed in kind of a short time, like 30 years. Now we're getting kind of to the west end of downtown. We're crossing Bathurst Street right now, and soon you will see Exhibition Place, and we will see BMO Field, where the Argonauts and the Toronto FC play. There it is right there with the white arches. That's BMO Field. Down below us here is right there it's the Coca-Cola Coliseum, formerly the Ricoh Coliseum, where the Toronto Marlboros play, or the Marlies as they're known. Wow, yeah, so that's Exhibition Place on the left here, where the Canadian National Exhibition is every fall. Well, not really fall, late summer. Ends on Labor Day. Wow, good old Toronto. I love the place and I hate the place. There's BMO there. The Argos are still going. They played Montreal yesterday. Not sure if the game was here or in Montreal. Now we're coming down off the elevated portion of the Gardiner. And, well, that's your tour through downtown Toronto on the Gardiner Expressway. Let's get to the swap meet now.
Number 13044.
This is not what to do when you're driving in fog or inclement weather, driving along with your four-way flashers on. I don't know what these people are trying to accomplish, but that is not the proper use of four-way flashers.
Concession Road 5 and Concession Road 6. Traffic is on diversion around that.
A message from the Ontario.
Well, we are back into the pea soup again, and we are now, we were motoring right along on the Gardner coming out of Toronto, and then we saw on the sign that all lanes were blocked at here, Ontario. So we went up the 427, across the 401, and now we're going back down the 403, which will come out in Oakville and bypass whatever mess is going on at here, Ontario. Also, there's another hazard light guy. There's also a big crash on Highway 6 north of the QEW, but that won't affect us. Geez, we even got a big rig with the hazard lights on there. Oh boy, that just adds confusion in this bad weather. Put your bloody headlights and your fog lights on, not your hazard lights. This guy, to show you that there's a genius born every second. This one doesn't even have the headlights on, but the hazard lights are on. You've got this genius here in the big truck. He's driving along with his four-way flashers on, so now his turn signals don't work because the four-way flashers override them, and he just changed lanes and just about took the side off this little car. Now, it's possible that this guy, this is truck country out here, may have just left the depot and doesn't even know he's still got his hazard lights on from shunting around in the depot. But anyway, that was a close one for the guy in that car. I don't know what's wrong with this little Nissan, but it's bad. It looks like a big oil leak and it's pissing out all over the exhaust. Oh, you can smell it. Yeah, it's definitely a big oil leak. And as you can see, just like that, we're down in Mississauga now at the 403 in Mavis, and we have just driven out of the fog, and it's beautiful sunshine, but you can see up ahead, there's another wall of fog that we'll be in shortly. Well, we're back into the soup now, and as you can see, nobody has their lights on. There's these two cars here, and then up not too far, there's actually another car. There's two cars. And you on the camera probably can't even see them, but I can see them. If those guys had their lights on, you'd be able to see them. Man, people don't have this driving thing figured out, let me tell you. This started out as a trip to the swap meet video, but it's kind of turning into a driving with Kevin video. Anyway, we'll probably start a new swap meet video if we ever get to the swap meet. We'll get there. We're actually still doing pretty well time-wise. Nice 56 Chevrolet heading to Ancaster. We're in Burlington now, coming to the Queen E 403 split. We're going to be taking the 403, which is kind of disappointing because I would have liked to take you up over the Burlington Skyway for those of you that have never seen that. But anyway, we're going to go for a nice trip up the Hamilton Mountain, which is equally beautiful. And for the most part, we seem to have left the fog behind us. Well, I spoke too soon. We're right back into it. We're on the 403. We're right at Highway 6 here. Just up Highway 6 here is where that big, huge wreck is, where the road is closed. And up Highway 6 also is one of my favorite places in the world, Flamborough Speedway. Many, many happy memories there, in the stands and behind the wheel. Anyway, we've just kind of entered into Hamilton, and we'll be going up the mountain soon. Oh, back out of the fog. What a strange morning. You should drive in the snow with me. That's even more fun. Here you can see, down here in Hamilton, it's not much, but just that little bit more of a mild climate than up in Uxbridge where we live, that a lot of the leaves are still on the trees. The trees are all bare at our house now. But there is some like beautiful views here. Here, this is nice out across the water. rumble strips. I should pay more attention to driving. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day once the sun burns this fog off. Yesterday was beautiful too. I cannot believe this weather this time of the year. I hope tomorrow that this weather's going to hold up for the kids for Halloween. It'll be great, because I think last year and maybe the year before it was just miserable. What a beautiful morning. Here we go up the Hamilton Mountain. This is really nice to look at, especially this time of year with the trees all changing. The mountain, I guess this is part of the Niagara Escarpment, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's really, really nice to look at. Oh, all you can smell is catalytic converters. Gives the cars a workout. This is a pretty steep hill. Like this, I mean, it gives you an idea of how steep this grade is. Look at this truck here. Trucks that are heavy have a hard time going up. Yeah, that's beautiful. And over here you can see the rock cut. They put catch fences there because the rock used to tumble down and end up on the road. It's quite an ascent. We're finally off the highway. The fairgrounds is just on the other side of the highway here. Looks like we really have left the fog behind this time. You can see a little mist off in the distance, but there you can see it all there. There's all the trucks and everything parked. So we'll be there in a minute. Oh, here we are. We made it to the swap meet. We did the swap meet. Now we're heading home, and let's see what fun we'll have driving home. Here we are, going back down the Hamilton Mountain. It's still a little misty here, but most of the fog has gotten burned off by the sun. But it's spectacular driving down here on a fall day. It's just beautiful. There's the 403 QEW over there. We have decided on the way home, because we want to get home, we're going to open our wallet and pay to go on the 407. We have a transponder, so it's not like we get all those video charges and everything. So we'll at least get home on time. The fog is all gone and the road is wide open. Probably won't film much more now till I get off the 407, and there'll be some nice scenery and stuff when we go up Durham 30. Well, we're off the 407 now. And we're going up Durham 30, York Durham 30. It's the Markham Pickering town line, I guess you could call it. This little stretch here from Highway 7 up to like Major Mac is really nice. A lot of smoke here. I think somebody's burning leaves or something. This is always nice up through here. It's kind of late now. A lot of the leaves have come down. A week or so ago, it would have been just spectacular through here. We're almost home now. We're cruising along the Uxbridge Pickering town line. We're going through the kind of the heart of the Pickering Airport land. If you want to read an interesting story, Google that, Pickering Airport. Wow. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that now. But this has always been a nice drive along here, but the road just keeps getting worse and worse. So government being government, rather than fix the road, they just keep lowering the speed limit, which forces everybody up onto our road. Our road's turned into a highway because it's nice now. It's not every day you see a pink 68 Falcon, but we have one here. And here we are, home sweet home. Just in time, we'll be able to take the dogs out for a run and then go and watch the cup race from Martinsville. Well, that was fun. I never intended today to make a driving video, but hey, it was a really nice drive down to there and back, despite the fog and detours and all that stuff. I enjoyed sharing some of the scenery and sights with you. It was just a silly little video. Probably nobody will even watch it, but I enjoyed doing it. So I hope those of you that watch it will enjoy watching it. Anyway, I'm going to take off now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time on the Claremont Classic Garage. And until then, this is Kevin checking out. So long for now.